So we'll just evolve into the Speaker of the House race. And how did you come about to choose your vote? And kind of walk us through your thought process on how you approach that.
Totally. So for those watching, I voted for Dustin Burrows. And to give some context, so 6 months ago, if we look back where we were then, we had Dade Phelan. He was running, the current speaker, who, led to Paxton impeachment, et cetera, all those things. And at that time, there's a group of us saying we need to find somebody who's going to be running against Dade Phelan and what that will look like. So probably a pretty large group got together and voted through several rounds of, who would be the person
Right.
to run against Dade Phelan. And so David Cook came out of that meeting. He was the guy. And fast forward, Dade Phelan dropped out. Dustin Burrows ended up running. So then it's between Dustin Burrows and David Cook. And at that point, there are two things that happened. The first thing was David Cook started openly negotiating with Democrats. Now, what was interesting about this is that this original group was pretty much on the premise of saying we will not negotiate with Democrats. Like, we're going to do it differently and not openly do that and negotiate with the D's. And when he started negotiating, I thought, wait, hold on. Like, the very thing we said we're not going to do, it's happening. And from there, it caused a lot of red flags and concerns about, what is the goal of this and where are we headed, and is there a path, and et cetera, all of those things. And so from there, at the same time, Dustin Burrows was pegged as not the conservative. He wasn't going to be a good speaker, A, B, and C. And from there, what I did is I had conversations with Dustin. I called him and said, hey, I need to know where you're at on Democrat chairs, where we're on conservative policy, how we're going to lead the House. What's your plan on, trying to unite the Republicans? And frankly, what I found was Dustin Burrows was, in fact, more conservative than David Cook. His voting record is more conservative. David Cook, before he wanted to ban fracking, he is more conservative and he will be a better leader. But all of these outside pressures of, what's going to happen to me? Am I going to get primaried? What are people going to say? A, B, and C are causing a fear to do what I objectively think is right because of the outside pressures. Like, District 87 elected me to go to Austin and to figure out what the truth is in situations and then make the best decision based off of the information I have and not capitulate to pressure or put me in a box, but do what's best for the Panhandle. So I woke up Tuesday morning and I ultimately decided I was going to support Dustin Burrows.